Hi and good evening, guys, listeners. This is the fifth video of the series about precious metals and the economy. Today I want to give you a small updates about what happened in the last days, the last week. There was a lot of shit going on. I don't know. I can't mention everything that happened because it's simply impossible because there was so much shit happening that I can't mention all the shit. Okay. This was enough of bad words for this video, I hope. No, I wanted to tell you something about Japan, because the Bank of Japan has just reduced the incredible interest rate from 0.1 to 0.0%. It's a really incredible reduction of interest rates, because they know they are at zero, and if you're at the bottom there's no possibility to reduce it any further. But probably I can tell you something basic economy stuff about interest rates. So by reducing the interest rates, you are pushing, or you are giving an incentive for the, or you're giving an incentive is you're giving power to the economy or to the companies to borrow. It's easier for the companies to get money. It's cheaper to get money, to get credits if you have low interest rates. But if you are already at 0.1%, the effect of reducing from 0.1 to 0% is nearly doesn't exist. So normally the interest rate is a good method, is a good way to give a little bit to give direction to the economy of a country. But nowadays we are living in really crazy and incredible times. So nearly all the countries worldwide are having really incredibly low interest rates, and they are now they are trying to print money because the interest rate reduction is not working anymore. And I told you once that in the 80s, at the end of the 70s, the Federal Reserve was able to stop the gold and silver rush by raising the interest rates above 10%. But nowadays we are at the opposite. So that's a perfect environment for rising precious metal prices. And we have seen a really rush for this stupid and overvalued shit called silver and gold. Silver has been rising now around 30% in 6 weeks, and for me it's not a big surprise. The only surprise is really the upward speed, the speed. There was 2 days ago, silver has risen around 4.5, nearly 5% in 1 day, because this is really only the devaluation. It's really a clear sign of the devaluation and the missing confidence in the paper money system. So people are fleeing into safe assets. There was news from Reuters in the news ticker that billionaires, there were several billionaires and really rich people that were buying amounts of more than 1 ton of gold. That means there was a rumor spread in the banking sector of Switzerland that there have been clients buying gold. One client has been buying gold for more than 40 million euros or Swiss franc. So there's a lot of trouble going on in the economy, and the situation is not getting better. So for speaking with the Eurozone, we have seen really harsh news from Greece and from Ireland. In Ireland they had to they have to inject another time to the Anglo-Irish Bank. They have to inject another few, I don't know how many exactly at the moment, how many billions another time, but it doesn't matter anymore. So if they take 20 or 25 or 30 or 35, it's just numbers with a lot of zeros for me anymore. It's impossible to realize and to understand all the stuff that's going on. There are so many news, and now they have to. The budget deficit of Ireland is rising up to 35% of the GDP. the stability agreement in the euro zone has got a limit of 3%. So it's really strong. It's really heavy news in Greece. In Greece, we are seeing. I read a few moments ago. I read a really a shocking article about the healthcare systems at the hospitals. In 3 or 4 days, they are not getting any material. They are the suppliers of the hospitals. They didn't get the money for the bills. There are more than 2 billion euros unpaid bills, and now they are stopping. They are stopping the delivery of goods for the hospitals. Now you can imagine. I hope they will find another solution, but that is really getting rough. We're not reading this shit in this. Sorry for another one. We're not reading this stuff in the mainstream media. I can really strongly recommend you the Zero Hedge page with that at the beginning, zerohedge.com. They are publishing a lot of actual news, and they're explaining it much better than I do. But there you can read really the actual. If you're interested, you can actual news. But this is if normally we are speaking just by crisis, or normally we are speaking about injection of money in banks, or it's really far away from normal people stuff. So normal people say, oh, what the fuck? It's not my business. It's not my daily business. The people are running normally in the streets. I can't see anything of this crisis. But if you are seeing this now, this stuff, crisis going further and further, you're seeing the effects you see effects in this hospitals now in Greece. There are riots. They are stopping. There are many riots. There have been riots in Belgium now, and it's spreading around. But it's the thing is the dangerous stuff about this crisis going on. This is that the changes are really the changes we are seeing. They are really slow. So we get used to this stuff, to this horrible news now. Now, if we are seeing also Ireland has been the Fitch has downgraded. I think it was Fitch has downgraded Ireland again. But there have been so many negative news that the people are already also the investors are already used to. But if we are going down in really slow steps, you're not realizing the change. So the change is happening, but the change is really slow. So at one point there's this harsh picture of this what type of animal was it? And you put it you're heating it up in a pot of water. You're heating it up. At the beginning, the animal is feeling really comfortable because the temperature is rising from the water. But when it's getting hot, it wants to get out. But then it's too late. Then it's too late and it's dying. I hope this is not going to happen effectively in our system, but the signs are really remarkable, and the days I've been saying already that these times we are seeing now, they are really remarkable, and we read about these years. We read about for me it's sure that we'll read about this years from 2008 to 2012. We'll read in books of history, because the changes are really impressive. And my point of view has changed a lot. I've changed a lot in point of view of our banking system. Formerly, I wanted to work in the bank, but nowadays it's impossible. It's got completely impossible for me, because the stuff that happened is impressive, and it's really incredible. And the incredible stuff that people tell me yet to be quiet and to calm down, but it's really hard to calm down if you read this stuff. We are seeing changes in 2 or 3 months that didn't occur in 10, 20 years before. So if you're interested, or I think that everybody should get a little bit more informed. So people are just ignoring this stuff, but at one point, to come back to this picture from this from this animal. At one point, people will realize this is not going. This is there's no good way out, and people are getting in panic, and people are getting nervous, and this is if you have more knowledge, probably sometimes it's bad to know more stuff, but at least to be a little bit informed about the stuff that's going on could serve you in the future, I think. But let's see. But let's hope the best. But the news are not that good. Okay, that's enough for this video. The next time I will tell you further stuff about silver. It's my preferred metal. I will tell you more specific stuff, and I read a really interesting long article about silver, and next time I will point out some of the key facts for you, and then I will make a small resume for the listeners. Good evening. Bye.